Hello everyone, it's Andy Glen here from Sharks TV, welcoming you all to another interview around signings. And it's the captain himself, it's Liam Stenton. Liam, congratulations on signing again, but we kind of knew you were going to sign again because it was a 2-year deal, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly. I was always coming back. It's obviously my home club, and I've been loving it here since I came back. Obviously, getting the captaincy last year kind of gave me a little more of an incentive. But buzzing to be back and can't wait to get going already.
As you say, it was captaincy last year. How did you find that?
I enjoyed it. It's I think I've said in a couple of interviews I've done with me before, Struan was really good the year before, and he kind of gave me the reins a little bit as an assistant and kind of let me run with a lot of things. So it was kind of helped with the transition in that way. Struan was good. But I've loved it. Obviously talking to the refs a little bit more, they've started to actually listen to me and talk back to me. Sometimes, like we always say, they just don't want to hear it and they skate away. But it's been really good, obviously, looking after the boys and being a little bit more involved in the behind the scenes things with the club and that. It's been really good. I've enjoyed it.
When I've been watching you talk to the officials, it's been measured and polite, as I would expect from you. That's absolutely the way to go, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's no point going over shouting and bawling because they're just not going to listen to you at all. So you've got to go over with a point and see what they have to say. But I mean, they've made their decision on the minute, so they're gonna stick with that most of the time. And obviously they'll listen to you, and even the small things that you fans might not even notice, even you the commentator might not even notice, like. Sometimes they come up and say, like, can you have a word with this player? Like, and I'll say to them, like, kind of watch what's going on behind the play or whatever. And they are good. They listen to you and they do a good job, to be fair.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, I don't pick up these things in commentary. I rarely pick up when the goalkeepers change, to be perfectly honest, Liam, as you well know.
You do a good job, to be fair, Andy. You and Darren have been good for the last few months there at the end of the season, obviously. Tougher times for us and things didn't go our way, but you and Darren are always good. I watch the games back every time and go through my video and the whole team video, and I think you guys do a really good job, so we appreciate that.
Well, we were kind of one win away from playoffs. You could look back through the entire season and pick a game that we could have won, but then again we probably scraped a win. Some games that we didn't deserve. There's no point in doing that. But what do we do going forward for next season to make sure that we are in that above eighth and above in the league?
I think the main thing we need to find is consistency. I mean, we've played consistently playing well, to be fair, because sometimes we were consistently poor. But now we just need to find that little bit of consistency in the win columns, and I feel like bringing a little bit of firepower this year, hopefully it'll help. Obviously, Spud and John and Jamie are heavy on the recruiting, and we're getting in as much extra as we can. Obviously, we don't want to take away from the boys that were there this year. Like we've done pretty well. Like we were struggling at times, we were short at times. I mean, Mason missed a few games, one of our bigger players, and we had 5D for the whole season, so it was tough at the back end. Marzi played a lot of games, and I mean, when Hepburn stepped in, he done a really good job for us. And yeah, I think it's just finding that consistency and being able to win more than one game a weekend. I think we'd only had one 4-point weekend this season, whereas last year we had maybe 4 or 5. So I think finding that consistency, winning a few more 4-point weekends and just being more consistent away from home, I think is the main thing. We were all right at home. I say all right, we were average at home. And then when we went away, I mean, we didn't win many away games, to be quite honest, looking back. But better away, find the consistency, and then we can push on from there.
And I agree with all of that. The big question is, how do you make the team more consistently win? I mean, it's one of those things that's, yeah, it absolutely makes sense, but to be able to make it happen, that sounds incredibly difficult.
That is the $1 million question. I think if we knew the answer to that, we'd be where we want to be. But now, like you said, it's a very hard thing to do, and to trying to find that consistency. I mean, you've just got to be dialed in with the systems. We've got to be better. I think in the season past there, when we lost a goal, heads went down, and sometimes we lost the game plan and stuff. But we need to just be able to like reset straight away. We just need a little bit more kind of composure on the ice, and if that happens when we get scored on, it's not the end of the world. It's hockey. You're going to get scored on, so we need to be able to kind of switch that off and just get on with our game and keep pushing.
Do you agree with Ross Murray when he says that sometimes he feels the Sharks do just enough to win the game, so they play to the opposition's level rather than the level that we can play? Because when we are firing, moving forward, it's an absolute delight to watch.
Yeah, definitely. I think Peanut and Martin both use it in the sense that if the opposite team's given us 80%, we're given 81. Whereas we need to focus on ourselves a lot more. We need to be 100% at all times, or as close to 100% as possible. But yeah, I think that's probably a key point, and being a little bit more consistent is focusing on us a bit more and keeping the tempo high. Whoever we're playing, if we're playing a team that's kind of got a slower game and they like to kind of control the puck a bit more, we need to be right at them, in their face constantly, up and everything, and keeping that pressure on us. And then if we're playing a team it's a little bit the same and they want to keep the pressure on, we need to battle that, and we need to fight with the same kind of pressure.
Well, I could probably talk to you all night, Liam, about hockey, but we're trying to limit these interview re-signings to 5 minutes. We've went over that already, so
Easily
that plan's out the window. But before we do go, it's the classic message to Sharks fans from you.
Just a big thank you. I mean, last year we broke our record for attendance. We were really high with attendance, which is good to see. So keep coming back, buy your season tickets. Obviously, the more season tickets we have, the more kind of secure we are in the situation. But be as loud as you can when you come back. I mean, we always say it's like having a seventh player on the ice when you're making as much noise as possible. But keep that up, keep the noise up. Try and give them a little bit more noise if we can. You know, spread it around the rink a little bit more, and just get behind the boys, and we'll try and get some silverware this year.
Well, Sharks fans, you heard the captain. You got to do what he says. Liam, thank you so much for taking the time to chat with us, and thanks to everyone at home who's tuned in to watch this video. This is Andy Glen saying cheerio.